Hello, everybody. So we're going to go out here and I'm going to show you a little. This is where the Flanery is. Check it out. Look at that. My bald eagle key. That's how we get into the Flanery. Look at this. Let's turn on some lights. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let's open some bigger doors, shall we? So this is where I train pretty much every day. Look at that. Come on. Look at the size of these, by the way. I could fit that in my mouth. So how is everybody doing? Let me pull up a seat here first. Maybe I'll lean y'all on my heavy bag. Maybe. Yeah. So how is everybody doing? Let me see. Let me read some of this here. It says Steffi is watching. I'm glad you're watching, Steffi. Good to have you. Well, this is free. I need to do this more often. I think I said that last time, too. But this is killer. Thank you guys a ton for all the Jane love. 2 years has flown by. My God. And it's been great seeing everybody's feedback and everything that everybody thought about the book. Thanks to everybody for reading. It really touches my soul. Nobody reads anymore, so that's a pretty good time investment from you guys, and I don't take it lightly. So let's see here what everybody. Too bad y'all can't talk to me on this, and I can't hear. Let's see. Thank you for the hearts, Steffi. Brian, you missed the Easter Bunny outfit? It's coming back every day for Nogi. Congrats on Jane turning 2. Thank you. Phoenix Comic-Con, you're right. I will see you there. Germany, I'm going to see you guys at Germany too. Some of these are funny. Did the book meet your sales goals? Oddly enough, I didn't have sales goals. So it cleared it before it was even released. But I'm happy with the amount of people that it reached. I didn't think as many people would read it, to be perfectly honest. It's it's in a time when people don't read anymore, And the content is not the most commercially accepted content. Certainly if you want to write a high dollar book, you would go a different route. But it's what I wanted to write. And the amount of people that read it blows my mind, still to this day. It's odd that more people read it in the last year than, the first portion when it was out. So word of mouth is good, There's nothing as powerful as a personal endorsement from a friend, you know? It's funny because it's kind of like the way Boondock happened. You know, friends told their friends about the movie. You know, there wasn't a big ad campaign telling you had to see the film, and the book was a lot similar to that. You know, people read it and it touched them in a way that made them go and tell their friend. And that's flattering as hell. That feels good. I don't think you can really ask for a better, you know, a better applause than that. I'm happy. I'm happy that some people liked it. Oddly enough, there's some people that it really, really offended. You know, I describe, you know, the way I was brought up and, you know, the nuclear family, and some people got really offended that my mom spent a good portion of the time in the kitchen. That really offended them, which I thought was beyond interesting. It's just, I don't know. That was completely bizarre. It's funny, you get hate on everything, and it's a tiny, tiny, minuscule percentage, but sometimes that's the most interesting aspect, is what just grates people's nerves. Oddly enough, there are people that hated my granddaddy. There's one person that said my granddaddy was everything that is wrong with toxic masculinity today. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? Now, me as a person, that makes me want to bitch slap that person. But, case in point, probably why they didn't dig the book. But I thought it was kind of bizarre. Let's see. These things scroll too fast. Let's see. Hello. Post a picture of absolutely nothing, and people still hate and complain. You're absolutely right. They would. It's crazy, right? Now we just need Jane 2 made into a movie. Please make this happen. Done. Okay, done. I'm on it. That's my next big project. Your granddaddy's an amazing man. Thank you. I thought he was an amazing man. One of the best human beings I've ever met, and a large product of who I ended up being. I mean, if I could be a tenth of my granddaddy, I will have knocked my goals out of the park. In the kitchen, the heart of the home, damn right it is. Damn right it is. And there is nothing to be ashamed of in spending time cooking for a family. Certainly something I can't do. Jesus. Best advice I've seen, Sean, was from your granddaddy. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Granddaddy was awesome. Thank you very much. What is the book name? It is called Jane 2. T-W-O. Gregory K. Read it and get back to me. Let me know what you think. What is the song of the day? Who is your role model? Jennifer. I want you to read Jane 2. That'll answer your question. It'll probably answer all of your questions. Janetwo. Let's see. More stories on Shine Until Tomorrow. Love the airport one. I loved watching it happen, and I hope I made a difference. Steffi, you wish you could listen to Granddaddy yourself? Me too. Tippy, thank you for that compliment. Thank you very much. Lauren, what's your next project? It's something I'm going to shoot here at my house on Tuesday. Hi from Pennsylvania. Thank you. That was a hell of a compliment. Will there be a Boondocks 3? I don't think so. Kisses to your thing. What's going on with Boondocks 8? Nothing. A lot of those questions. Madison, I'm very sorry. God bless. You're still waiting for the Spanish version. So am I. That would be really cool to see. That would be very cool to see. Tracy from Dublin. I love you too. I hope you read the book, or I hope you've already read it. Jane too. Who is your favorite person to work with? Jack Lemmon and Roddy McDowall. When I did a film called The Grass Harp. And I don't know, Jack Lemmon, he's one of those rare actors that can make you laugh and make you cry. I thought he was so tragic in Glengarry Glen Ross. There was just something very pathetic about his endeavors, and I think he's captivating. And Roddy McDowall, one of the soundest human beings I ever met. And it was right when it was one of my first films, and working with those guys, it was crazy. They're icons. And that was probably my most wonderful experience. We watched Trafficked, good movie. I appreciate it. I played a pretty sick, twisted individual in there. Are you ready for Tic Tacs this weekend? I'm always ready for Tic Tacs. North Carolina. Any martial arts stuff coming up? I've kind of quit martial arts because it doesn't work. More book signings. I don't have any book signings planned right now, but that could change. I'm glad you checked out the audiobook. Jordan, thank you for that. Powder, thank you. I had a wonderful time filming that, and I'm very proud of that film. When you look back, when people always ask me, like, what was your favorite film to work on? And I have to find out, the criteria that they want me to use. Do they want me to say the most fun I ever had on a film set? Because that's very different. It's hard to top Boondock Saints because Reedus was a buddy of mine before we even got cast in that film. So having the opportunity to go and make a movie with a dear friend in a foreign country with a pocket full of exotic currencies, kind of hard to beat. But as far as final products go, it's hard to beat Powder. When I look at that final product, to me, that's movies like that are why you get into the business. You read a script like that and you dream of being able to portray a character that's that far removed from who you actually are as a person. So I appreciate the kind words. Say something in Spanish. Estoy fuera de aquí como un grupo de tortugas. Not yet, though. In a bit. Tanya, I'm glad I had you at Powder. And I'm glad you stuck around after that. Any more Young and the Restless? No, but I loved doing that. I absolutely loved doing that. The CBS studio is like 3 minutes from my house. I'd ride my motorcycle, get off, I'd shoot for 2 hours, have some breakfast, and then go to my academy and train jiu-jitsu. I loved it. I loved the people there, working there. It was a really cool experience. I dug that. Any plans to work with Reedus or appear on Ride at some point? I don't know. Stay tuned. How did you get the Irish accent? Okay, first of all, everything in the movie was looped. What that means is we used ADR. They hired some Irish actors to revoice the roles for me and Reedus in Boondock Saints. I mean, Irish, that's a very difficult dialect to do. You can't just bust that out at will. It's incredibly technical. So, we shot it in our regular dialect. What do you need rope for? Lines like that. I don't know, you just always need it. And then we had real Irish folks come out and they'd see, what do you need fucking rope for? I don't know, you just always fucking need it. Because we can't do shit like that. I mean, we're American thespians. We are not nearly as good as like RSC thespians, Royal Shakespeare Company. And certainly not talented enough to do Irish any justice. And if you fucking believe that shit, let's see. How is Tex doing? He's kicking ass and taking names. Let's see. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. Thank you. There are actually some people that believe that. That's crazy. I'll have to be less convincing next time. Thank you. I love doing Young Indiana Jones as well. Where do I get my music inspiration from? Actually, music inspires me to do other stuff. I am looking forward to FameCon. More Boondock Saints, please. I don't think there will be. Andrea, pull your other leg and it plays Jingle Bells. I'd actually like to hear that. I've never pulled a leg and heard it play music. That's actually a lie. Renee, you're very welcome. Suicide Kings was fun, Colleen, wasn't it? And I'll tell you, we used to go, me and Christopher Walken, although he went by Chris, and we would go and eat Chinese food at lunch. And this lady would come out every day because he liked spring rolls. And she would come out and swear to God, this is what she would do. She would see him sitting at the table. She'd come out and she'd go, "Oh, more spring roll for Mr. Walken! More spring roll!" And he'd go, "Yes, yes, please." "Okay, more spring roll, Mr. Walken!" It was fucking hysterical. And then he would take the lemon off of his glass of water and go, "Ah!" and put it down. Every day, like clockwork. And she loved him. She loved him. No idea who he was. No idea who he was. She'd go, "More spring roll, Mr. Walken!" "Talk funny." "Talk funny." She had no clue. And it was glorious. It's moments like that that you look back on and you go, holy shit. That was a fun time. That was a fun time. Jeanette, thank you. Jeanette says I'm an awesome actor. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have you ever found it hard to relate to others since you were quite successful? No. And success is subjective, you know. You show me a satisfied man and I'll show you a loser. Any movie plans? Yeah, I'm going to try to turn my book into a film. And I think I'll be successful at it. So stand by. It's a long process and it's a long endeavor to get it done the way you want it to be done. But that's something that I'm gonna focus on very shortly. But you know, it's not just a question of getting it done. I could get it done tomorrow, but getting it done the way that I want to get it done with the people involved that I want to be involved with. That's a different level of achievement, and that's something that I want to make happen. So that's where a lot of my focus will be in the future coming up. Thank you, Donna. How long have I known Norman Reedus? Sounds familiar. You mean Norman Reedus? What? You know, I remember that time he was coming down the street and I said, "Oh my God, it's Norman Reedus!" And I said, "Oh, it's Sean Patrick Flanery." That's how it all blossomed. And I reached down low for a handshake, and he went up high to give me a high five, and we bumped heads. And right then on that bump, we knew there's something fucking there. And we never let go. We've been holding metaphorical hands for 23 years. Holy shit, can you believe that? 23 years I've known Chachi. And he's actually coming over to my house in 5 days. So I'll tell him you guys said hi. Maybe we'll do a Face Bizzle My Schnizzle live when the Riedenstein gets here. Maybe he and I will come out to the Flanderosa and do a Facebook live. Stay tuned for that shit. Would you turn down a role on a superhero show on CW? Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, or Legend? No, man, I love superheroes. Be killer. So we also see Gordon or Vinny. Now, Ray. Ray, come back. Talk to me. Where does your allegiance lie? And do you know anything about me? Do you know anything about my past? Come on, where are you, buddy? Where are you? Is that a big rubber ducky up there? No. It's a donkey. Come to the store. When is our new story on my amazing blog? Thank you for thinking it's amazing. Soon. You used to talk to us on MySpace. Man, me and Tom were like that. Whatever happened to MySpace? I love the music aspect of that. Crazy, right? Go live with Norman, please. Maybe I'll do that. Cassie, you need me to do a Chicago convention. Oh, okay. Well, how about this coming weekend? I don't know. Maybe this weekend. Yeah, as a matter of fact, fuck it. I'll do it this weekend. I'll be there this weekend. Chicago. Do you enjoy doing when you're not writing? I do a lot of jiu-jitsu, like right there. Look, this is my home Flanderosa. This is where there's some surfboards right there. That's where it all goes down. I train a lot here in my garage. It's one of my favorite places to be. So jiu-jitsu is a big part of my life. You and Norman are awesome together. Thank you. I don't know who will be in the Jane 2 movie. You have to stay tuned. That would be crazy if you and Norman go live. Well, done. We'll do it. Holler, yo-yo. I signed a copy, you won, of Young and DJ. Whoa, no shit. That's cool. Heather, that's cool. What's your favorite music? Good. My favorite music is good. And there's a little bit of that in every genre. Lynn, will you be in Dallas anytime soon? Flanery family history. I'd love to get chatting on it. Is Seattle in the future? Don't know. Book signing in Denmark? I don't know. I'd love to go to Denmark. I love that place. I've been there before. But I don't think a book signing is there just yet. Come back to Dallas. I will. I'll make a point of it. It's beautiful in your garage. It is a little messy, but it's how I like it. I like a gym that smells like sweat and dogs. And this smells like a sweaty ghee and Tex. Movie version of Jane 2. Yes, Tressie. What's the probability of seeing Saints 3 happening? I'd say about a -4%. You're ugly. Thank you. I appreciate that. Handsome's overrated. You should do the Joe Rogan Experience and talk BJJ. I love his podcast. Killer stuff. As a matter of fact, go back and listen to his with Jordan Peterson. It's pretty fucking stellar. Last good movie that I watched. Wow. Man, I don't know. Have I been to Maine before? Yes. You want to signpost for traffic? That's cool. Raleigh, North Carolina. I love that place. Had a good time. Speak German, please, for me. Ja, natuurlijk. Ik sprak viele spraken. De kat had 4 benen, en jede ik eine. No, Carol. You're awesome. Christy, I'm your favorite actor. Lies. But I appreciate it just for the thought. Amber, I think they were kidding. It was a joke. And even if they were serious. Apple pie or peach pie? Pfft, cake. Pie. How long have I had that shirt? I don't know. 30 years, maybe? She's a hater who can't spell. You're super handsome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. The Battle of Verdun was my favorite Young Indie episode, directed by a very artistic director called René Mazur, and I thought it was a piece of emotional poetry. I really did. I loved that. It was one of my favorite episodes. Going to Walker. Yes, I'm going to Walker Stock in Chicago this weekend. You got it, Cassie. I'll see you there. Speak Granddaddy. Flanery! Get out of here. Thank you, Marlene. Your German is cute. That means it sucks, doesn't it? What's my favorite fruit? Let's see. I like bananas are my favorite. Well, thank you, Heather Ollinger. What's your favorite type of cake? Tressie, chocolate cake. Chocolate. You know, I don't know. You know, I get the whole to each his own, but I don't know. It just seems so bizarre that one would go to the cafeteria and their hand would slide right by the chocolate cake and get strawberry cake. I don't know that I have a lot in common with that person. I quietly question their values, just to be honest. I really do. I look at them a little bit differently. Can I make Jane and retain creative control? That's the objective. Do I work out? No, I don't. No, this just happens from chocolate cake. I'm amazing. Thank you. That flattery will get you fucking everywhere. Thank you, Raina. He loves pumpkin pie too. I don't. And honestly, even just hearing that kind of made me... Where do I store fan presents? I don't store them. I place them everywhere. You should see my office. My office is riddled with fan presents. But, for example, that was a gift to me. This is a gift to me. Look, my old Brand X skateboard. My Booby Deck skateboard. Backpack. My second-degree belt. Certificate. Let's see. Look at this. Look at this. Here's another little fan treasure that I got. So I have stuff everywhere. One of my favorite spots on the planet Earth is the Flanderosa, where I train. Another is my office, which is overlooking a couple acres of nothing but green, and like I'll show you, this is in my backyard. You can't hear any cars driving by. You just hear birds, right? Nothing. It's just acres of fucking beauty. And occasionally, when I have a jiu-jitsu class, then the crowds show up. But check this out. Look right here. Let you guys in on a little. Look at this. For when I punch people in the dome. Because, you know, if your jiu-jitsu allows you to get punched, you're doing something wrong. So we throw gloves on. And look at this. Look at this. My t-shirts. Look at that. came up with that logo myself. Another. Look at this, the Air Force. My daddy was in the Air Force. That's why I made that logo. To honor my daddy. Speaking of, also, fan gifts. Somebody may recognize this. So, in answer to the question, where do I store them? I don't store them. I use that shit because it makes me smile. When somebody took the time to go and, I mean, that was like crochet. This shows my ignorance about it. I don't know if it's fucking crocheted, knitted, or whatever, but that fucking took somebody a long time. They spent a lot of time making that. And it's got a ninja face on it and 3 letters that mean a shitload to me. And I have another one made by the same person. Best German chocolate. Is German chocolate the one with coconut? If it is, fuck off with that. Coconut is like an invader on chocolate. Why would you put coconut on chocolate? That makes no sense to me. It's like when you go to a fancy schmancy restaurant, you get a fucking chocolate cake and it comes and they drizzle some fucking raspberry on it. The fuck is that shit about? You started with chocolate. Don't fucking add anything. It's chocolate already. Let's see. Carol, your dad was in the Navy. God bless him. And Merchant Marines. Wow, good. That's cool. Can I say something in Italian? Se si parla il francese, lo spagnolo e l'italiano non può difficile imparare. Capito? Coconut. I fucking hate coconut. If it comes into my house, I'll tell it to fucking leave. Turn the fuck around and walk your coconut ass out of here. Chocolate is the best. Cameron, thank you for that. You're making smothered pork chops? Your husband is active duty in the Navy. Tell him thank you very much for the service. What's it like rolling with Glover? He's sneaky and tricky. And he loves him some Deep Half Guard. Homie loves him some Deep Half Guard. Tricky. He's a young American pioneer. He's sneaky and tricky. Great jiu-jitsu. Jim, tell Calgary I said hello. No thoughts on that. Yes, I do. Lori, I do have thoughts on that. How much sexier can you get, really? I've peaked right now. 100 years of the Royal... Whoa! RAF in the hizzy, my schnizzy. Elvis Blue. What is Milka chocolate in September? What is milk or Milka? I don't know what that means. How many movies have you got out this year? I don't know. Just Trafficked and Agenda Payback. When is my book coming out? It's already came out. That's why we're here today to celebrate. It came out 2 years ago. The tiny paperback came out like 6 months ago. It's fun. I just learned this myself. But the hardback comes out, then they wait a year, then the paperback comes out, then they wait a little bit, and then they give you like a little. If a lot of people like your book, then it comes out in a little tiny version, which I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was going to come out in paperback, and it came out in 3 different versions. And I am flattered beyond. I'm tickled pink for that shit, to be honest. That there's 3 different sizes and versions of my book. It's crazy. And I got all 3 versions too. So it's kind of neat. Will you and Norman film again together? Yeah, we will, soon, as a matter of fact. Milka. Ja, it's the best. Ah, okay. Timbo, no word. Hey, Timbo. Timbo. So listen, read it and send me a Facebook message on what you thought. That was Timbo saying, my bad, dude, I'm going to get it and I'm going to read it. He was the one that said, when's your book come out? So Timbo, all of us collectively here are waiting for your review. Timbo. Everybody write that shit down. Timbo. Fucking badass name, too. Timbo. I like that shit. And can we give a big hand to everybody that helped me celebrate Jane's 2-year? That was pretty damn cool. And I'm flattered beyond words. All the pictures and all the images and the memes and the international love, the pictures of where it went. My God, I mean, people were reading it in so many different countries, and the little map that showed you where. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I saved all those pictures. That's going to mean a lot to me for fucking ever. All right, Milka. I'm gonna have to try Milka. I'm on it. What's the name of your book? Okay, Sabrina Henry. So now there's two people, Sabrina. Jane 2, T-W-O. J-A-N. Look, as a matter of fact, let me just show right here. Look at this. So this is a bookshelf that Emil made me. And I specifically put it out here for a reason. Emil probably knows what I'm talking about. This is the book right here. So check it out and let me know what you think. Now we have two people that have to read it and give us a review, which I'm looking for. And get back to us and tell us your honest thoughts. If you think it sucked a big root, right? It sucked a big root. If it changed everything you know about the planet Earth, write that shit down. Or if it's somewhere in the middle, like or ha ha ha, or maybe it's hoo hoo hoo, or maybe it's sailors. Just sing it out and let us know. Greatest inspiration author-wise. Initially, when I was a kid, S.E. Hinton. I read all of her, That Was Then, This Is Now, The Outsiders. And I even read her before I read Mark Twain. But then Mark Twain. And then when I got older, the use of Ayn Rand was one of my favorites. The Fountainhead. I just reread The Fountainhead a couple of years ago, and it's still just an impeccable piece of literature. Without sounding too schnoity-doity, but Dostoevsky, some of the greats. Now, one of the things about reading the Big D is I would have to write some of those names in the book flap, because then he would come to another character and it would be Schlichtenfangstikel, and I would get them mixed up. But holy shit, the storytelling. If you take the time to immerse yourself in it and not get confused with the Russian terminology, especially the names at least, it's holy shit. Holy shit. Go read Crime and Punishment. And the Brothers. Go read the Brothers. Tulsa, Love with S.E. Hinton. Man, probably my first series of books I ever read from start to finish. And I read them all. The Outsiders, That Was Then, This Is Now, Rumblefish, Tex, I believe. I read those all in a month. Fell in love with them. My favorite city in Europe, Prague, Czechoslovakia. I went there right after the curtain came down. I saw him take down the Stalin statue. I was there at a magical, magical, magical time. One of my favorite places. Any tips on a college student who's taking script writing? No, I don't have any tips. Be good. You know, in writing, just like anything else, I think good storytelling supersedes any other flaw. And I'm not sure it can be taught. And I'm not saying I know how to do it, but same with acting. I've never met a shitty actor that went to an acting class that came out a good actor. Never. There's a reason that the greatest acting schools known to man, they make you audition to get in. It's because it's shit you can't teach. And I'm not saying I know how to do it. But same thing with writing. If a person is a good storyteller, they can teach themselves how to become a good writer. But if a person already isn't a good storyteller, there's no class that can teach you how to tell a compelling story. I could be completely wrong, and I'm sure there are people out there that disagree with me. And I'm not saying I know how to tell a good story. But I've never met a shitty actor that became a good actor, or a shitty storyteller that went to a class and learned how to tell a twisted tale. Never. It's never happened. My favorite artist. Man, I have so many. And I know, be good. It sounds simplistic, but that's what I mean. Be good. You know, when actors come up to me and say, give me a piece of advice, the first thing I say is, well, be good. What do I mean by that? I mean, have somebody other than your mother tell you you're good and you have a marketable craft. It takes a very good businessman. A lot of people think, oh, that fashion model, oh, she just lucked into it. She didn't do anything. Well, it takes a good business person to look in the mirror and go, holy shit, I can sell that. I can sell that. That takes more than just an imbecile. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there is an imbecile that's walking down a mall and somebody grabs and says, hey, I could make money with you. And they're like, oh, okay. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But it requires a businessman to go, whoa, what is that thing in the mirror? I could sell that. And then they find a way to market it, whether it's something modeling or if they go, whoa, I can do something with this. I read a play in 5th grade and said, whoa, I'm doing this believably and no one else is. Maybe I could market that talent. And then actually getting off your ass and moving to LA if you want to do film, or New York if you want to do stage. That's the second half of it. So you ever watched American Idol? Half of those mothers go, oh my God, they are so stupid. She sings like a jaybird. And you're watching it, you're like, no, lady, she fucking doesn't sing like a jaybird. She can't sing. She can't carry a tune. Well, that's what I mean. Be good. Have somebody that's completely unrelated to you go, you can sell that. That's what I mean by be good. I'm not sure. Maybe me and Riedenstein will do a film. And no, Stanislav. Saints 3 is not in the works, but I like that name, Stanislav. Tiffany, you're welcome for me being honest. If he gave you an A on your script that you just wrote, good for you. The Boudin heirloom is complete. Not sure that I'm going to let it leave my house, though. Lori, thank you for that. Thank you. I liked doing The Best Men. And Dean Cain, one of the most honestly, genuinely good humans on the planet Earth. Dean Cain, who I did Best Men with. Honestly, one of the best humans I've ever met. You would be a better POTUS than current. Love from Mexico. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll run. And what would you think would be my platform, since you think I would be better? Just curious. Is there music in the Buddha heirloom? Nah, I've exhausted my taste for music. Of course there's music. There's music in everything. There's certain people that you know you don't have anything in common with. You know, you're walking down the street, and a dog runs out of the yard, and your friend kicks the dog. You immediately go, okay, nothing in fucking common with this person. You make a U-turn, and you leave that friend right there. Or you get into your friend's car the first time, and you look in the dashboard, and there's an empty hole, and you go, hey, friend, when did you get your stereo stolen? They go, oh, no, it wasn't stolen. It was cheaper to get the car without a stereo. You're like, oh my God, how long have you had this car? Oh, 9 years. Nothing in common with this person. If you conduct your life and you commute to and from work every day and music is not an integral part of your being and your upbringing, nothing in common. Let me out at the next bus stop. Tressie, I would have your vote. Thank you. I'm one step closer to the White House. You love how down to earth I am. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I think everybody has their own altitude. And certainly I think I'm down to earth, but I'm sure some people think I'm completely full of shit. One of these days, I wish you guys could see a lot of the comments on my blog that I don't accept. Only because I know you band of heathens will run them down and set them on fire. So for their own protection, I don't approve them. But I wish you guys could see some of those. Whoo! Talk about hate. Hate. The blog I wrote about moms and their importance, oh my God. People wanted to set me on fire. But that's okay, don't worry. They wanted to set me on fire. So you know what I did? I took the time to fucking mansplain to them. And they got even more offended. Holy mackerel. And I was manspreading while I mansplained, just to make it worse. I mean, I was like, boom. They came out with torches. You need a new governor for Oklahoma? That's not too far. I'm not scared of Oklahoma. Is that a duck behind you? No, it's a lot of bug spray right there. And that's a roadie donkey. That's a roadie donkey. You know. Like that kind of donkey. Pretty cool. Oh, there's my longboard up there. It's a mini Mal. It's a mini Mal. It's like a 7.8. High buoyancy. Catch anything on that baby. That, my Burning Spears, got that in Cape Town, South Africa. Lot of good air on that baby. Your friend's name is the same as mine? I did not know there was another Sean Patrick Flanery out there, but that's crazy talk. Crazy talk. Hi from Scotland. Isn't technology fucking amazing? Like, you're in Scotland right now. And I'm in Texas. We're just shooting the shit digitally. Like, you can see my shit right now. Fuck. That's crazy as hell. As a matter of fact, you can watch me get my swell on right now. While I get all swolled up and jacked. You can just watch this shit from Scotland. Like, that's crazy. Amazing. Guys, big thanks and love for everybody that helped me celebrate. I hope you all enjoyed the tour of the Flanderosa. We will do it again. As a matter of fact, I promise you that I'll do some liveliness in the upcoming future very, very shortly. God bless you guys. I love the shit out of each and every one of you. And I hope I see all of y'all real soon. Ton of love. Bye-bye, y'all.